bump it. What is up? I'm ready for war. You got to love it like black, yeah. And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah. All night like, yeah. Whole squad like, what? And it feel like, yeah. All day like, yeah.
We are just inside the Beltway, about 10 miles east of the Capitol Dome as we come to you from FedEx Field here in Landover. Nothing like the fanfare of introductions to an NFL game, and that was in evidence a moment ago. Fireworks, pyrotechnics, you name it. This crowd is ready as their guys get set to match up between the Chicago Bears and the Washington Redskins. Three-quarters of the NFL season are complete. What lurks in our final month? We're underway in Week 14. And they will not get a chance to return this one as it's through the end zone for a touchback.
Here we go, set, 18 Gator. Ain't no such thing as a loss. We taking wins home. He's coming, he's coming, he's coming. We got double up, double up. Hard. Wide, get wide. Showing it. Hey. Ready.
Darius Geis, his first carry of the game. And he's got some space here. Accelerating, and off he goes. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with touchdown number 12 on the year as his guys are able to strike first here in this opening quarter. Wow, first play of the game, CD, 75 yards. These people, they haven't even filed in yet from the tailgate lots.
Everyone talks about starting out fast. Everyone talks about getting explosive-type plays. That was absolutely a thunderbolt. And on the defensive side, he spent all week scheming, all week preparing, and it seems like it goes right out the window.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. That's fielded in the end zone. And this return net's positive as he gets past the 25 and up to the 27-yard line.
Ready up. Watch it, I'm coming for you, son. Hey, lock it. Back.
Throwing on first down. Quigley. Allen's got it, complete. And past the 40 before he's out of bounds. 14 yards in a Chicago first down. Now, Charles, what's the mindset here offensively? You gave up the touchdown pretty quickly. Would it have changed if you had gotten a stop and it would be 0-0 right now, or no?
I wouldn't think so. I think in most cases, just down a touchdown, we're just getting started here. It should be a long way to go. You think to yourself, stick with the game plan, all the things you worked on in practice. But you have some teams that when they get down, their natural tendency is to aggressively strike back. And let's see if they want to get outside of the game plan we expect and try and be aggressive on their first series.
Throwing to start the drive, but that one incomplete. Johnson, the intended target. That'll bring up second down.
You get a tight end like this, and you know he's used to dishing out punishment, but here, he's one that has to absorb the contact, and as a result, unable to hold on to the football.
Here now is 2nd and 10, again from the 41.
Ready? Watch it. Squeeze. Safety screen.
Throwing again. Quigley. And this one incomplete. Too much contact to hold on to that one, and it's third down.
The positioning here is key. As a defensive back, you're taught 99% of the time, make a play on the football. But in this case, making a play on the man was all the difference. That's what forced the incompletion.
So back-to-back incompletions, and that has them staring at a 3rd and 10.
Hey, Charlie!
From the gun, Quigley. Into double coverage, and it's intercepted. Picked off at the 46. And his crew will take over at their own 45-yard line.
And, Brandon, this is a real nice job defensively of getting inside a quarterback's head and figuring out, okay, where's he going with the football? Because you can make an educated guess defensively, not all the time, but sometimes. And when you're right, you've got a decent chance of coming away with the football.
Looking to throw, Haskins. Slings this deep from McLaurin. Got a man, it's caught inside the 10. Touchdown, Washington. Terry McLaurin, his 6th touchdown of the season. And the Redskins get the quick strike touchdown. Extra point by Gain is up and good. And that'll make the score 14-0.
14. Bears nothing. Matt Gay is set to kick off.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. That's fielded in the end zone. And he'll take it back to about the 19-yard line.
Let's go. Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. Already down 2 touchdowns here in the first half. This becomes a pretty important drive, doesn't it?
It certainly does, and a lot of the teams script plays. We know that, right? They have a script to start the ball game.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. That's Deron Payne with a sack that time. And that sack certainly just strengthening his candidacy for Defensive Player of the Year. You think he's got that one in the bag yet?
I'm not willing to vote quite yet just because I want to wait until the season's over, but he is really tracking towards it. Just look at all the great plays we've seen from him throughout the season. Strength plays that you referenced there, as well as agility plays. They just have not found a way to block him consistently.
On 2nd down now, Meadows brings it just past the 15, able to avoid the initial contact, but not much more there on the play. Another good run there for a guy who, remember, on Wednesday was named NFC Offensive Player of the Week for what he did a week ago.
Yeah, and you know it takes some solid runs and some extra special ones in order to win that type of an award. I think he's locked in and wants to get it done a second time.
Let's go now. 60 outlaw. Rock it. Take 4. Hey, Orbit.
Off play action. Quigley dancing to his left. He can run for it, and he will. And his bid for the first down coming up short as he's tackled at the 25.
A gain of 9 on the play, but it brings up 4th down.
To punt on 4th down, here's Rigoberto Sanchez. He was only asked to punt once in the victory last week as he sends this one away. This is taken at the 18. So a change of possession here on the punt. And it'll be Redskins football now with a 1st and 10. The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. And following that long touchdown pass, a one-play drive last time, let's see if the defense, you know they're ready. They don't want that to happen again.
And you would have thought they would have been ready the last time. I mean, that's what you work on all the time. Make sure that no one gets behind you. That's the cardinal sin of defense, not giving up the long pass. They did. Let's see how they adjust.
Brings up 2nd and 4 at the 36-yard line.
The last run got 6, now 2nd and 4.
Situation. Let's go. Under the 6. Pull it. Pass.
Now a give. Right side, it's Geis. And he is going to be stopped cold behind the line of scrimmage. It's a loss of 2, now 3rd down.
Anytime you call an inside running play, you just know there should be a lot of congestion there. You're counting on your offensive line to take control of the line of scrimmage. That didn't happen in this case, and that play got bottled up.
And he'll find Galladay. That's complete. And he's taken down at the 43, but not before picking up the first. His first catch, good for 9 and a first down.
First and 10 at the 43-yard line.
58, right over there, yeah. Mike, 58, right there. I'm coming.
Watch twist. 58's the Mike. 58's the Mike.
So don't say nothing.
Watch twist. Watch the twist. Go.
They go play action now. Haskins throwing over the middle, and it's incomplete. Was trying to get it to Terry McLaurin, but it'll be 2nd down.
One thing I have learned, receivers don't mind high throws so much to the sideline, but do that over the middle to them, and not only are the DBs going to throw a little verbal trash their way, when they get back to the huddle, they're going to have a few words to say to their QB, aren't they?
Yeah, hung out to dry a little bit there on the high throw. Luckily fell incomplete.
Watch the shit. Check nickel. Get it.
Geis with a carry on 2nd down. Oh, he's got a little daylight. And he takes it in. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis with his 2nd touchdown in this opening quarter. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Boy, these guys are off to the races, Charles. 20-0 already, extra point pending.
Yeah, you always hear that term. They just boat race someone. Heck, it's car race, motorcycle race, plane race, whatever you want. Right now, they are sprinting past them.
That'll be taken in the end zone. And no run back here. This will be a touchback, and it comes out to the 25-yard line. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And some dangerous territory. You're already down 3 scores. A 3-and-out here, or an inability to put any points up. This one might be over by half.
Yeah, and what you also have to guard against is calling every play for a big shot downfield. You know, thinking you're going to get all these points back on one drive. You're not. And last time I looked, it's still the first half. I'm not saying you have ultimate patience here, but you also don't have to go ahead and force everything either.
Ready, break.
Well, they had the run for no gain. Now they'll try again from the 25 on 2nd and 10. Operating from the gun. Quigley. Going to throw right side here. Complete. 6 yards is the pickup, and that'll lead to a 3rd down. I think defensively you're okay with that. Here in the first quarter, he's going to get some catches, but they rallied to him quickly.
And that's what you count on, and I like what you just said. First quarter, can you do it all game long? They catch it, you tackle them, they go down on the spot. Because when you're able to do that and you don't give up big chunks of yardage after the catch, now you put the offense in a position where every series they have to work hard to pick up first downs, and you tend to stall them out when you do that.
Bam. Hey, shoot. Ready.
From the gun on 3rd down. Quigley. Incomplete. He had his hands on it but couldn't pick it. But it's now 4th down.
Not only was the call spot on, how about the execution of that defense right there? Zone was absolutely locked up tight. He was trying to force it in there on 3rd down.
But if there's a time to force it, he felt like he needed to make a play, right?
Yeah, exactly right. 3rd down, you got to try and find something. There's nothing available there for him.
Now the offense is not leaving the field. They're going to stay out and go for it on 4th and 3. They'll try and run for it. And an alley to run. And he'll be tackled right on the chalk of the 45. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first. Oh, on the defensive side, that is so deflating.
Not only is it deflating, they've got to look in each other's eyes on that side of the ball and take each other's measure. You've got them backed up, perfect situation, and what they said to you on the other side is, we don't think you can stop us. Went ahead and got it in that position. That should never happen.
The fourth down run successful. Now they look to pay it off on first down. They'll run it now out of the gun. And he's got it across the midfield stripe and into Washington territory. A nice run there, 9 yards, and it'll be second down. And after his performance last week, everybody saw it. Unbelievable. You can expect a heavy dose of him again, I think.
Without a doubt. I mean, why wouldn't you? Because once you establish yourself that way, it's not just him, okay? It's his offensive line, it's the tight end, it's your wide receivers.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Deron Payne in there yet again. What else is new? He continues to rewrite the record book in single-season sacks.
3rd and 13.
Trying to get one more in here before the quarter breaks.
Go out.
21-0 our score after one.
Redskins 21, Bears nothing.
The Bears on third down. 0 for 3 to this point. They could use a conversion. This is going to be 3rd and 13.
Hey, exit.
Check Mike 45. Check Mike 45. Here we go, D. Here I come again.
From the gun, Quigley. And the pressure gets to him again. Deron Payne getting him once again, his 3rd sack of the afternoon.
Well, that was their 3rd sack of the ball game. 2nd in the league in sacks coming into this one. They're planning on making it a race to the top, aren't they?
Absolutely. They're looking up at that top spot, but they might be looking down at the 2nd spot pretty soon. And this will pin them nicely inside the 20 as it's out of bounds at about the 14-yard line.
14-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And the ledger for them so far looks pretty good, doesn't it?
It certainly does. Touchdown, touchdown, touchdown. Not sure it can be much better than that. They've got to feel very good about the groove that they're in at this stage of the game. In order to play really good run defense when you're playing a 3-4, those 3 guys up front, the nose tackle and the guys they call the defensive ends, they're usually big, big people because they're going to have to eat up a lot of blockers because it's usually 5 on 3. And when they do their job well, guys who play on the inside, those inside linebackers, they're able to just roam and hit.
Here's Geis, and an alley to run. He's got a first down past the 30 and all the way up to the 35-yard line. The Redskins have the first down on a pickup of 18.
And he continues to pile up the yardage. That puts him over $150 now. And this defense has really had its problems trying to keep him contained.
Now after the run by Geis, here's 1st and 10.
Man, that's trash. That's trash. Slow. 58's the money. 58's the money. Let's go. Let's get this ball back for the offense. Let's go.
Under 10. 10.
On play action, Haskins. Throwing deep for Galladay. And that is incomplete. Took a shot there on first down, but he couldn't reel it in.
A lot of contact there, but there was no way it appeared that he was going to get a flag on that one. Looking for it, but he wasn't going to get it. And as an ex-defensive back, you love it when they let you play and jostle downfield.
Here's 2nd and 10 now from the 35. 2nd and 10. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Well, for last week's performance, which was so good, he was named NFC Defensive Player of the Week. He got a lot of praise, and understandably so, from national media. looking pretty good on that play, too.
And I love what he told us this week before the game. He talked about how much time they spend working on pass rush moves, every position, because anyone could go after the quarterback in their defense, and you can see how they've all absorbed their lessons.
He can't hang. He's not going to get me. 97's the mic. 97's the mic.
Here we go. Defense all day. All day.
6 guard. Check 6 guard.
Alert flare.
Now Haskins, 3rd and long. That's complete to his receiver, McLaurin. And this effort won't do it. He needed to get to the 45. He's a yard or two short. It's a pickup of 13, but they're still a bit short, and it'll be 4th down. On 4th down, here's Jamie Gillen on to punt. And he'll get this away into the icy winter air. And a bit of a mistake there. This is well into the end zone for a touchback. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And we don't want to call this desperation time, especially in the second quarter, but you're down. I know, but let me finish.
Okay, my bad.
You're down 3 scores already. You've done nothing offensively, nothing on the scoreboard. That's not a good combination.
I think you just called it desperation time. I think you did. But let's face it, you mentioned this to me in a break earlier in the game. The energy level hasn't been there right from the start. We've noticed that. They've got to find a way to get on their toes and start punching instead of retreating, to use a boxing analogy.
After the incompletion, here's 2nd and 10 from the 20.
Yep.
Hey, switch gears.
Get it.
Now a give, right side. Meadows. And he'll get only a couple up to the 22. Pretty good little 2-play sequence there. You force the incompletion, then a very short pickup.
Yeah, now maybe you bring in an extra defensive back or two because you want to try and defend on 3rd down. They like to play those nickel or sub packages, don't they?
Ready.
The Bears on 3rd down. Not good. 0 for 4 thus far. This is 3rd and 8.
Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. No. Off.
Go.
Play.
Hey, wahoo. Say go.
Operating from the gun. Quigley. He's going to fire one deep over the middle. And he fires one that's intercepted. Monte Nicholson picks it. Thought he had the pick. Flag comes in for PI, so cancel it out.
Interference. Oh, a killer for them. Thought they had a nice play. Instead, they'll be marching off yardage against them.
Here we go. 50, plant.
It's been a long day for you. Jam.
Running game working. They'll stick with it on 1st down. Not much there. Maybe a couple as he's taken down at the 40. A short gain of just over 2 yards as the first half clock dips inside of 3 minutes.
It's 2nd and 8 at the 40.
On the set.
Mike 54. I'm coming.
Watch the safety creep. Hard. Ready.
Looking to throw on 2nd down. Quigley into heavy traffic, and it's intercepted. Picked off by Ronald Darby. And he'll get this back to the 32-yard line. They were looking for Johnson that time. You don't see this often. A quarterback of his caliber, 2 first-half interceptions.
It's absolutely surprising because it happens so rarely. You're searching for what reason, what's going on out there. It's not just maybe the defense is playing well. Is his horoscope off? His biorhythms? What is it?
You went horoscope on us, David.
Well, I was thinking maybe REM sleep was off. I'm trying to come up with something.
Anything, right? And he's taken down right at the 45-yard line. It's a gain of 22 as we tick towards the 2-minute warning. 2 minutes remaining in this first half of football. A reminder, once we hit halftime, as we do all season, we'll send it down to Jonathan Coachman in Orlando. He'll have all the stats and scores from games in progress around the NFL.
The best multitasker in the business, the coach.
Recon, 132 fighter.
Back to the ground on first. It's Geis. And past the 35, he'll be dropped a yard or two shy of the 30. Give the Redskins 13 there on a first down.
Now, this is an example of breaking down a defense, because on a lot of these runs, he's getting past the point of attack, and guess what he's doing? Forcing the secondary guys to have to make a lot of tackles.
From the 32 now, here's 1st and 10.
Let's go, D.
Go. Bang, 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 bang.
Check, 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 check. Check, check, check.
On 1st and 10, it's Haskins. Looking for McLaurin, and he's got him. And down inside the 15 he goes. Give him 19 there as the drive marches forward. Haskins now 4 of 6 since taking over, and he's got a first down.
Check 3, check 3, check 3. You go tight. You got tight. You got tight.
From the red zone now, Haskins on first down. And he'll go down. The Bears get there for the sack. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with a little over 50 seconds to go in the first half. Now they're in some hot water now. After that sack, it's 2nd and 21.
Hey, lock it.
Check, check. He's checking, he's checking, he's checking. Crash, crash.
Hey, foxtrot, foxtrot.
Check, check,
Lightning.
check.
Fire.
Back to throw. Phelps, open man is Galladay, complete. And he'll take it down here just shy of the 15 at the 16-yard line. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they get the stoppage with just under 50 seconds remaining in half number 1.
Let's go. Tie that left, tie that left. Out. 3 down. Out. Hey, check 24, check 3. Check. Slam. Hey, watch it. Kill.
Throwing on 3rd and long. Haskins. And this is taken in for a Redskins touchdown. Terry McLaurin with his second touchdown of the game, number 7 on the year. And the Redskins are able to stretch the lead out further. Extra point by Gay is up and good. And the rout is on here in this first half.
Bears nothing. Matt Gay set to kick off.
After the touchdown, it's Gay to kick this one away. And this will be a touchback as that sails over the end line.
25-yard line.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. Typically down in the first half, I might say, oh, you at least need a field goal out of this drive, but they're down to the point where they need a touchdown, don't they?
Yeah, normally, you know me. I mean, you've been around me for a while now, right?
Unfortunately.
I'm sorry about that. But normally, I'm the one preaching patience.
Yeah.
You know, take your time. First half, you still got a chance. I think they're out of patience here. This has to be a drive that gets a touchdown. So if you're the play caller, you're going to that portion of the sheet that says big-time plays, specials, anything you can use to get yourself back into it.
Off the play fake. Quigley. Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Now the Bears will use their 3rd and final timeout as they stop it with 11 seconds remaining in this first half. Sacks, a growing theme in this first half. This is 2nd and long.
Get track. Ship.
Now.
Watch the ship.
Look, squeeze.
Watch the ship.
Let's go.
Off play action. Quigley. the third time here in this half, it's intercepted. Picked off by Landon Collins. So we've come to halftime after a very one-sided beginning to this one. As we'll send you down the coast now to Orlando, that's where we find Jonathan Coachman, ready with our EA Sports Halftime Report. Coach, both teams appear ready for the fight ahead, and we resume action here in quarter number 3. This is fielded a couple yards deep. And he'll get it up past the 20 to the 22-yard line.
Let's go.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And that first half, one to forget really on both sides of the ball. They got to find some way to string something together here, don't they?
Yeah, they're down big right now. So as you mentioned, trying to find something to string together, get some consistency, something sustained, maybe calm their whole team down and find a way to get back in this one.
Yeah, because right now you're down big, you're being shut out. Let's see if this is the drive that kind of kickstarts them.
60 Pittsburgh.
You don't want none.
25, 6-6, bullet high.
Kill.
Get it.
On second down, Meadows. 2 yards on the carry there, and it's going to lead them to third down.
If they're going to get a first down out of this, they're going to have to earn it because there's been tough going in the interior there. And here we are on 3rd and 1. Be prepared. Brace yourself. Going to be some contact going on.
Let's go. 15 line. 15 line.
Get your swerve on. Slam, slam, slam. Slam, slam, slam.
Protein spill. Gone, gone. Hey, Delta. Let's go.
Looking to throw. Quigley under a heavy rush, and down he goes.
I think normally we would talk about this more with basketball players and football players, but let's adopt it in this case. He's a stat sheet stuffer.
Had the interception earlier, now a sack. What, he just needs a touchdown for the trifecta.
That's about all he needs, and he's going to go for it.
This offense converted once on 4th down earlier.
Gotta do better.
Now they're out there again to try once more.
Rocket.
13. Check 13.
They're going to try and throw. And he's going to go down again. So certainly an interesting call there to go for it. And boy, possession here turns over with the football already being in the red zone.
On the ready.
97's the mic. Come on, baby. Let's see what you got. He's coming. Double up, double up. He's coming. Double.
80 weapon.
Check for
Leo. Ready.
On 1st and 10, Felts. Flush to his right. And time finally runs out. He can't get rid of the football, and he's taken down.
Well, someone's closing in on the league lead in sacks. He came into the game in the top 5. Now you add 2 more to his total.
Work to be done here on 2nd and 16 after the sack.
They're not ready for this. They still playing soccer. Y'all playing the wrong football.
That's it. Check 26. Check 26. Switch. Watch twist. Same on.
Check 37.
SOS.
On 2nd down, here's Haskins. This will be caught inside the 10. And he'll head out of bounds inside the 10. Mark him down at the 9. They get 16 out of that one, but they'll still need to convert on 3rd.
It's now 3rd down.
we go. Set. 70. Indy.
Let's get off the field, D.
Hey, Sam. Shoot.
They'll try and get it with Geis. And he is into the end zone for a Washington touchdown. A 9-yard touchdown run as his guys continue to pour it on. He keeps carrying the ball into the end zone, and in this one, he's sort of carrying the team on his back.
He's the reason that they lead right now. No question about it. And you talk about on his back, he's not minding the extra weight at all, is he? Carrying that just as lightly as he does the football. Yeah, what a great performance so far.
Those 3 touchdowns, it's got him in the lead. And the decision to bring it out will cost him about 5 yards as he'll get this only back to the 20. At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. And last time this unit was out here, costly turnover, and then that turned into 6 points. They've got to make amends.
And how many times have we sat in meetings with coaches and they use the term complementary football? Offense take care of the defense, defense take care of the offense. That didn't happen on the last possession. This is a chance for them to pick themselves back up and help their team.
Yeah, we'll see if they can recoup and recover. 2nd and 9 now. Eluding the pressure right. And he's going to keep it here. And he'll be brought down. Oh, that's a face mask. Certainly looked like it. Indeed, here come the flags. So that flag will cost him 15.
And it doesn't matter anymore how you get the face mask. Any part of it, that's going to be 15 yards.
And now it's 1st and 10. A big mistake, especially when you factor in the personal foul yardage.
Hey, seam 6. Seam 6.
From the gun, Quigley. He finds his man Johnson. And he's going to be out of bounds, but not before he takes it inside the 40. Mark that down as a pickup of 13, and the Bears have the first.
Partner, it's a lot of fun watching the NFL now, isn't it? Because when the big fella runs routes, it used to be when we were kids, he'd run about 3 different routes, and that was it. Now he can run anything and catch the balls we just saw there.
They'll run on 1st down. Meadows. And a short gain there down to the 37-yard line. Just a yard on the 1st down carry, so it's 2nd and 9.
Well, so many times we look at a short run and we praise the offense for trying to set the tempo and establish things, but the defensive guys, hey, they just won the battle there. It wasn't a big run given up. They don't always have to absorb the body blows. Sometimes they dish them out themselves. You know what really fires up offensive linemen? When the guy that is carrying the ball behind them can create his own space and break a tackle along the way.
The Redskins on 3rd down, putting an extra man here in the secondary.
Here I come. Here I come. Here I come. Here I come.
Spud.
Back.
Operating from the gun. Quigley. And down he goes. They sack him back right around the 41-yard line. Montez Sweat. What a season he continues to have. His 15th sack of the campaign. So now on comes the field goal unit. And wow, this is no ordinary try here. So this will be spotted on the midfield logo. It's a 58-yard attempt. I'm kind of surprised by that they kicked the field goal. I guess you get some points, but this deficit 3rd quarter, I don't know.
Yeah, I don't either. Yeah, I'm with you on that one. When you're down that much, kicking a field goal, does it feel a little bit maybe waving the white flag and just want to get out of here? Yeah, I think you got to go ahead and try and get some bigger points on the board.
At their own 25-yard line.
The Washington offense at the line and ready to roll. This is sort of what you would call a put-away drive, isn't it? They score here, especially a touchdown. It's almost out of reach.
It certainly feels that way, and I think that they're going to call their plays accordingly because what you really want to do, even though you...
Rush coming, and he's taken down. And here the pressure from the outside linebacking spot.
And normally when that happens and they're able to get home, that means the other guys on his team helped him out a lot, that they occupied people to allow it to be no less than a one-on-one situation, allows him to get home.
Got to imagine the pass rush will be equally intense here on second down following the sack. It's 2nd and 18. Now a handoff. Geis going right. 9 yards on the gain there, so he got half of it back, and it'll be 3rd down.
That's a really good job right there. Just kept stringing that play out, pushing further and further towards the sideline. Really good fundamentals by that defense.
He was trying to put his foot in the ground and turn upfield. He just couldn't.
No, they really had a picket fence in front of him. No room to find to get upfield.
Going to give this time to the tailback. And a good job defensively. They stop him short of the first at the 32. It's a pickup of 6, but it's not going to be enough. And the punt team's going to be summoned on 4th down. Here's Jamie Gillen now as he'll punt it away for the 2nd time. This is away and a very good kick angled for the sidelines. And this will be up to the ruling of the side judge here. He says it crossed out of bounds at the 16-yard line. The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. And fortunate to get points on the board last time. They had to hit a really long field goal to do so.
The kickers in today's game are so good and so skilled and hit from distances that we almost start to take them for granted. And we can't do that. That's a long field goal that they got 3 points out of. They've got to feel good about that. And they better make sure they love him up because he's helped them out.
Yeah, now we'll see if that offense can put 6 on the board here. We'll see.
You ready? Hard, hard. 61, matchbox.
They'll keep it on the ground. Meadows. And he'll be taken down at the 20 after a gain of just 1. They had 3 yards on first down, just 1 yard there. Back now at FedEx Field. And this is a blowout so far as we get set for the 4th quarter. A very one-sided affair. On 3rd down. They're struggling. 0 for 6 thus far. This will be 3rd and 6.
Go! Under crunch, under crunch, under crunch.
Mike's 54.
Hey, Alpha.
Mike's 54.
Ready?
From the gun, Quigley. This is Johnson. He's got it. And he'll be corralled well upfield right around the 40-yard line. An excellent pickup of 20 yards.
And there's another completion to the tight end. And let's face it, it is hard to overthrow a 6'6" target.
It is indeed. Quarterbacks like their speed guys. They like that huge 6'6" target that they've got in him.
They really do, and it reminds me of what one great tight end told me once. He told his quarterback, just make sure you throw it up there. You know, kind of like put up on the top shelf where the kids can't get it.
Come on, set. 10-2 saw.
Check. Watch 54. Watch 54.
Oh, you got deep?
Check safety. Check safety.
Smooth.
Hey, 1-7. Check Mike 54. Mike 54. Hey, let's get that ball, D. Let's get that ball right here. Shit.
X3. 218. Chopper. Shoot.
On first down, Quigley. And he's going to find his man out of the backfield. That's complete. And the play goes nowhere. Losing yardage back near the 40 at the 39.
If you're a selfish player and you're throwing the ball, you're cool with the completion. Maybe not so cool with the yardage loss, though, huh?
Yeah, you went backwards on the yardage. Hey, it kind of works like a sack for the defense there.
Yeah, it's a really big play for them, right? Able to figure it out, sniff it out.
Nowhere to escape, and he goes down. Montez Sweat, he continues to wreak havoc in the offensive backfield. Sack number 16 on the year. Need something from deep in the bag of tricks here after first and second down went backwards. It's 3rd and very long.
Hey, Charlie.
25.
Operating from the gun. Quigley going deep, but his pass is is intercepted for the 4th time today. Picked off at the 39. He was trying to get that one to Allen that time. Facing this fourth quarter deficit, felt like they had to throw the ball, and on the other side, they were ready.
No doubt about it. They're playing situational football. They look at the clock, they know the lead that they have, and all they're doing is playing pass on every down.
Playing the pass, picking it off, and now big time in the driver's seat. And the drive begins with a run by Geis. Nowhere to go that time. He maybe got a yard up to the 40.
Bottom line, they want to keep this clock rolling, so they'll take that one right there. They just want to keep falling forward, and they want to put the onus on the big fellas up front in order to bring this one home.
Get ready, get ready, get ready.
97's the mic, 97's the orbit. Tone, fellas, let's set a tone. 97's the mic, 97's the mic.
Play action. Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. Good protection that time, and they couldn't hook up on the long one. Now it's 3rd down. Fourth quarter, you've got the big lead. If you're coaching, Charles, you still taking shots like that downfield?
I'd be a little more concerned with running some clock and making sure you're taking care of the lead, because you keep flinging it around, you throw a couple of picks, you can put yourself in jeopardy.
Now a handoff looking right. And he can only get this to the 42-yard line, and that is not near enough. 2 yards on the pickup there. It's 4th down.
Well, the guys who are paid to make the tackles deserve some kudos there, but I think they deserve even bigger ones, because in that situation, they had to be thinking pass. Loosened up defense, going to pass coverage. Instead, maybe they surprised them a little bit running the ball, yet they rallied to it and stopped them well short of a first down.
Ready, set.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense.
Rock it. Snap.
Trying to shake off the interception. He'll look to throw. And a quick throw here, that's complete. And they'll get 8 out of this before being stopped at the 28.
8 yards on the pickup. Brings up 7.
Line of scrimmage, the 28 now as they come up on 2nd and a couple. They'll run it now out of the gun. He finds an opening past the 40 as they finally wrangle him in at the 48. What makes a draw play like that successful?
Well, we did see where he made the first wave miss, and that was a big part of it. But a lot of it is just being actors back there, making the defense think it's going to be a pass.
Echo. On the
Throwing on first down. Quigley. Complete. It's Johnson. And he is out of bounds, but not before he's inside the 30. A good pickup there, 26 yards.
First down, Bears.
On the double.
55. Check, 55. Mike. Rip left, rip left.
49. Get it.
They'll run it now out of the gun. And give him about 3 as he gets it down to the 22-yard line.
When we see those runs to the perimeter, when we see those runs to the edge, we think about big breakers, don't we? In this case, it was a modest gain, but it does open up possibilities here on 2nd down.
Here we go. Set. 90 Wolf.
Oh, yeah.
Leo.
Here we go again. Chance.
Go.
To throw on 2nd down. Quigley. He's able to find Wallace. A strong broken tackle on that one. And then they get him to the ground just shy of the 15. A gain of 3 last play. This time they double it and pick up 6. They don't need to run another play here before the 2-minute warning. Let's see if they do it anyway. On 3rd down, Meadows. And he picks up the first as he's able to take it down to the 7-yard line. They're able to convert on 3rd down, and that sets up a 1st and goal. Just 2 minutes remaining here in the 4th quarter of what has been a one-sided affair. So the Bears with the football here as we welcome you back. They've got it first and goal as they look to punch in a late score. Back to throw. Quigley. His pass caught at the 4. And inside the 5 here before he's out of bounds right at the 3. 3 yards is the gain that time. Second and goal.
At the 3-yard line.
So the ball position now at the 3. Here's second and goal.
Alert 3, alert 3, alert 3. Blue draw Corkers. Shoot.
Second and 3. And this is caught. Well, they get one back. Picking up the late touchdown here, but still down big. Still an important piece of business to take care of, the extra point. And he gets it to go to make this a 35-10 score now.
Redskins 35, Bears 10.
Set now to kick this one away, and off it goes. And no return on this one as the fair catch is signaled for and taken.
The Redskins take over first and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Out there ready for this next drive, the Redskins offense. And a few kneel downs should just about do it. Now, defensively, they do have all 3 timeouts, but very little reason to use them at this point. They start on the ground with Geis. And this will be a gain of 5 as he gets it to the 30. Now the Bears going to call the first of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
At the 30-yard line.
Ball on the 30. They'll come up with a second and 5.
Quarterback, D-line. D-line, get that quarterback. Safe. Under 10. Under 10. Jack. Hit it.
That one, a first down pickup of 8.
Anytime the offense shows what they call a shot play or a chunk play where they're trying to get big yardage, sometimes people just call it gadget plays, and you hold it to a gain that we just saw there, you feel pretty good about yourself as a defense.
Not totally home free yet, but it's looking good as they come up first and 10.
Kill.
6 guys. Check 6 guys. Yes. Check the call. Hit the 8, boys.
Out of the gun, Geis. They're going to snuff this play out behind the line. We have not seen that much today. Now the Bears going to use the second of their timeouts as they'll talk things over prior to this upcoming second down play.
Got it.
58, Mike. I'm coming after you. Alert flare. Joker.
Be driven.
Again they run. Again it's Geis. Give them 4 on the carry there, but that only takes them back to where they started. 3rd and 10.
So where'd all that running room that he had in the first half go? Because it looks like it's drying up a little bit here. Someone made some adjustments, it appears, at least on this drive.
Here we go. 6 outlaw. Yeah. Nothing today. You ain't doing nothing today.
Quick there, squad. Come on. Hey, switch gears. Whip. Watch the whip. Kill. No. Off.
3rd down. Here's Haskins. And that'll be incomplete. We do have a penalty flag down, however, and let's see what that's about.
Let's go.
Ball up to the 35 now as they come up on 1st and 10.
Look at me. Go.
It's a safety creep.
Hard.
Turn it up.
Now.
Following the penalty, it's Geis. And he'll be taken down at the 34. 2 yards on the pickup there. It'll be 2nd and 8. Charles, why didn't they just take the knee there?
You're asking the question that I'm asking as well, because we've seen a lot of football where coaches decide maybe they get a little greedy. I don't know if they're doing it for stats or for what reason. We've seen it happen in college. And how about in the NFL? The miracle of the Meadowlands. All they had to do was take a knee and the game was over. The Giants ran it one more time. Ball popped free. Philadelphia picks it up and wins the game.
What year was that?
19.
And he's free going down the left side. It's a foot race. Touchdown, Washington. Darius Geis, 34 yards, as his guys continue to put this one out of reach. Extra point by Gay is up and good, and the lead will swell by one more.
42, Bears 10.
Following the touchdown, here's Gay to kick it away. And this will not be returnable. It's out of the back of the end zone for a touchback.
On the ready.
The Bears offense ready to go for their next drive. They've lost this one. Their offense has struggled. Do they try to put together something here at the end just to take into next week?
Yeah, sometimes teams want to do that, and coaches want...
Nowhere to go here. He lost the football, and the Redskins scoop it. And that might just cement it. A return for a late touchdown. So the big fella gets on the scoreboard with a return for a touchdown. Good thing he didn't have to go too far, though.
You know the trainers were very happy about that. Imagine having to go get him in the end zone, escort him to the bench, and give him the oxygen. They were loving the fact that he got in without having to run very far.
Extra point by Gay is up and good. And that will extend this big lead. This will be taken to the back of the end zone.
The Bears take over 1st and 10 at their own 25-yard line.
Ready up.
At the line, prepping for their next drive, the Bears offense. This is just an exercise in futility. Do you even bother running a play here offensively?
I wouldn't, because now is not going to erase what's happened during the game. So after it's over, you're going to go to the film, find out where the game was really lost. But this is not a situation now where you're going to make up for anything.
We'll see what they do here. A big offensive explosion help leading them to victory, and the defensive guys, they're just saying, hey, put those points up every week, we'll just keep winning.
They will gratefully accept them, won't they? It makes their job that much easier when they're scoring that many points, allows them to play with a totally different style and a different flow.
So for the Redskins, the win pushes their record now to 11-2 on the year. And they'll get another home date next week as the Eagles will come to town. Meanwhile, for Chicago, it's going to all but eliminate them from the playoff picture as they fall to 5-8. And they'll get a chance to redeem themselves at home next week. That'll do it for us. I'm Brandon Gaudin alongside Charles Davis. Thanks to our entire crew as well. We'll talk to you next time. So long, everybody.